Hello, and welcome to your weekly Love Pick a Card reading. It's Maria from Wandering River Tarot here, again, straight out the shower with my wet ass hair. We're just gonna go with it. It's totally fine. So, I've got the usual 4 piles down here where you can't see them. Go ahead and pick your pile while I go through my little spiel here. If you need me for anything, info's down below. If you would like to book a reading, that all is there too. I may or may not put all the decks that I use, depends on how I feel later. We'll see. I want to say thank you to all of my new subscribers. I love you. My new sharers, my people who book readings and give me donations and do all the damn things. I love you all. You are the sexy people, as I keep saying. And I guess that's all I've got for you. So let's get into this shit here and see what we've got going on in your love life this week. So actually, you know what? I need a piece of paper so I can write down a timestamp. Let me break everything on the desk to do it too. Okay, perfect. Alrighty, so here we are. Group 1. So, in your love life this week, my group 1 loves, what do we have? We have courage. You are safe. Fear is an illusion. Set strong boundaries. I busted out all the kind of airy-fairy, fluffy unicorn and prettiness cards, and then we got some dark shit that came out, so that's cool. Life is light and dark. So anyway, 7 deadly sins. Humanity's destructive traits. How are you destroying your life, group 1? What the hell are you up to? Revision. So pretty. Looks like a little dragon being born down there. I thought she was sitting on top of a turtle. I was like, that is odd. That is an odd thing to sit upon. And we have home. Sorry about the glare, y'all. It's like raining, so I have to have every light in my house on in order to... I should get one of those fancy circle lights, but I'm not that cool yet. Leaving. So that's cheerful. Awaken. There you go. Let me turn this down. I feel like my exotic bird noises are getting a little crazy. We have creativity. I pulled out apparently every oracle deck I've got. Jesus. Follow your intuition. And then we have the tarot. We have the 5 of Cups. We have the Queen of Swords. We have the 10 of Cups, y'all. We have the Queen of Swords again. What kind of truth are you ignoring? And we have the 5 of Wands. Okay, my lovers. So, what I get here is that there might be some lying and cheating going on in this situation. Somebody seems like a liar or a cheat. All right, so, oh my God, where should I start? So excited. Okay, so 7 deadly sins. I really feel like somebody's cheating. Or this might be a past situation that's still clinging to your energy, because until we heal it and clear it, it's going to keep coming back around. You know how that goes. It's so pleasant. So that's led to a lot of fighting, bickering, no doubt, right? So because there was some tomfoolery afoot, some fuckery happening, that's led to fighting, which has led to someone being dissatisfied. Well, clearly. Thank you, Captain Obvious. That's really nice of you to point that out. I feel like it's also led to the truth hammer being brought down, because we've got the Queen of Swords. Now, she is not a fucking dummy, right? The Queen of Swords is smart AF. She is witty. She can take care of herself. She will cut a bitch who screws around with her feelings. So I feel like the Queen of Swords stepped in and was like, not today, motherfucker, not today. I feel like the Queen of Swords is also dealing with a little bit of transformation. We've got a butterfly there. So I feel like this truth being brought out has led to, I'm trying for dramatic effect, but the card won't cooperate, to an awakening. Boom. This could be a twin flame situation or a soulmate situation where the person really, really did you dirty, and it kind of brought you, instead of to a place of just being sad and upset about it, you're just like, boom, fuck you, and you like moved on, and led to you looking into things that you enjoy, you like, that this person may have like held you back from. And it's led to a little bit of an awakening, like, hey, you know what? Life isn't so fucking bad without this. dude or girl or whatever that person is. I say dude because I get cheated on by men all the time. They're horrible. You're not all horrible, only the ones I find. Okay. So I think that also this has led to someone leaving, right? Somebody got out the situation and said, enough of this. I'm gonna go off on my awakening journey and do my thing. It's led to an opening of creativity. It's led to, God, I love this card. That's amazing. It's led to your creativity opening up. I feel some of you are doing art now. Some of you are maybe sculpting or painting or writing or dancing, because dance is creativity and I love it. I feel like someone has started following their intuition, like you do when you find an awakening, you know, when you randomly come across an awakening, like you can find it sitting in the ditch. Jesus, I tell you. I feel like through this creativity and this intuition and this awakening, there has been like this whole new world that's opened up, and you're walking through the door, and it's a good thing. It's taking, ooh, where do I want to go? Where do I want to go next? It's taking some courage. What did the rest of it say? You are safe. Fear is an illusion. Set strong boundaries. Don't take that fucker back. A. B. It takes courage to go out and do new things, to go out and explore the world alone, as it were, even though, you know, you have people around you all the time. But to go off in a new direction where you don't have somebody like waiting there for you in that direction, like, you know, I'm going to start going to astrology classes or whatever, and you don't know anyone who takes astrology classes, you don't know the teacher, you don't know anything. To do that sort of thing is like a big jump. It takes courage, it takes bravery, and I like that. Let me scratch my nose. I like that you're doing it, because it's leading you away from all of this fuckery energy that is in the past there. Then it feels pretty recent too. For some of you, it's going to be like it just happened, and for some of you, it's going to be a past energy that's held you back, and now you're just fucking sick of it, and you're taking that jacket off, you know? It's led to revisions in how you do things. I feel like you are, you're changing the cycle. You're not getting involved with that same type of person that you always get caught up in, that isn't good for you, that, you know, lies and cheats and steals, or that in some other way uses you up. You've kind of revised the way you deal with the world, you know? You've changed the way you walk within the world. So I feel like home, either you've literally moved somewhere else that makes you happy, or you're thinking about it, or you're about to, or, you know, or you've found a home within yourself, you know, like that's a big deal. Just being happy in your own skin sometimes is a giant accomplishment, and being happy with who you are and what you're doing in life, that's huge. That's huge. And it's leading to your 10 of Cups, which is ultimate happiness, right? Like this card, everybody is like, oh my God, life is perfect. Well, no, but it's a hell of a lot better than it was, right? Because you don't have somebody, like you don't, even if you haven't been completely confronted with the fact that somebody is lying and cheating, you know, you feel it. The energy's there. You're stuck in that yuck. You're just like, you have all these doubts and all these worries all the time, and it's real heavy. You've finally gotten out from under that. You know, you're doing the damn thing. You're out there, you're learning, you're making a new home for yourself within yourself and within the world. You know, you're getting creative, you're following your intuition. I love this. So you got out from under some shit. I don't have bad news to report, thank God, because it feels like you're either in the process of getting out from under this, or you are out from under it, and things look pretty good going forward here. So that's what I got for you, group 1, my dearests. I hope you have an excellent week, and I will talk to you again next week. Please hit like and subscribe. I would ever so much appreciate it. Share the video, tell people about me. I don't know. It's all good. I appreciate every little bit of you guys supporting me. So thank you very much, and I'll see you next week, group 1. Now we're on to group 2. Group 2. Welcome, group 2, and thank you for being here, and thank you to everyone who's, I feel like I have something in my hair. I feel like I have a fuzzy. Don't touch it, it's drying. I feel like group 2 is got some amazing things coming up here. So we're going to get right into it, but I do want to say thank you to everyone. I got distracted by my hair, can you tell? I want to say thank you to everyone who's here, and thank you to everyone who has liked and subscribed and has done anything to support my channel. I love you. You're the sexy people. Yeah, you are. All right, enough about me. Group 2. First card that pops out here is action. Boom, bitches. That's why I thought that there was like big shit coming, because the first card I saw was this graceful and glorious unicorn. So now is the perfect time to act. Hey, take inspired action towards your dreams. Move forward with confidence. Let me move some of this crap out my way. Okay, knowledge. Seek knowledge. This is a good card. Context. Have there been some misunderstandings? Slow and steady. Gracefully aging. Nothing like a reminder of your own mortality. Purpose. Healing. Beware who you trust. Oh, that sounds lovely. Oh, we have the 5 of Pentacles. Joyful, joyful. I don't know why I'm suddenly British. We have the 10 of Pentacles. So that's okay. We have the 2 of Swords. The Page of Swords. And the Hierophant. Oh, Lord above. Okay. My dearest group 2s. Wow. Okay, so big things are afoot. So here's the thing. I feel like someone in this relationship has been awakened to their purpose. The wider sense, rather not just their purpose in a relationship, but their purpose in the world, right? Their calling. And they are doing a lot of knowledge seeking on it. They're, you know, taking the classes, they're reading the books, they're watching the videos, they're doing the things to learn about whatever it is that they have figured out their purpose is. Maybe they're a light worker, you know, that sort of thing. They're taking action on it. They're making moves. They're doing it in a slow and steady way, which is the best way, I think, because that leads to lasting results, right? So this person is kind of healing. They're a healer, I'm getting, in some way. That doesn't necessarily have to be a doctor, a nurse, you know, a Reiki master. I consider myself a healer. I help people find their dark, deep shadow places and get them out of their way, right? I got so distracted again by this. There's a cow jumping over this guy's head. I'll talk about that later. So I feel like somebody in this relationship is kind of maybe pulling away from the relationship, even, or has in the past pulled away, or is going to find their calling. I think right now a lot of people are really opening up to the spiritual. They're really opening up to kind of their purpose and what they're meant to be on this planet for, what they're here to learn, what they're here to teach. And I feel like it's causing a little bit of stress on the relationship. Someone is feeling a little bit out in the cold. Maybe the person who is awakening or who is finding new interests is not taking the other person with them on that ride, so to speak. I feel like it almost, and this doesn't necessarily have to be that somebody suddenly had an awakening and they're, you know, out there living their kind of hippie lifestyle, living in a van, but they're pulling away in some way. Some people it is definitely that, but some people it's like they're just finding themselves. Someone is finding themselves and they're kind of pulling back, pulling away from the relationship. Again, this could be past or future. Like this is kind of a 3-month kind of time frame that I sort of work in. So yeah, somebody's kind of pulling away. And the other person doesn't know why. Like they feel like what's happening? Why they're like confused. They're like, what changed? What's going on? And it's not something in the relationship dynamic necessarily, although the change within that person has caused an issue in the relationship dynamic. Yeah. So yeah, that's sad. Keep it in context is what this card is telling us. If it is something that's for the higher good of that person and for everyone else, right? Like if that person is becoming a healer, be supportive, but ask to be part of it, right? You don't have to necessarily do the same thing as they do, but just say, don't exclude me from this if you want me to be with you, right? Because it's really hard for somebody to watch somebody that they've been really close with kind of pull away. This could even be close friendships I'm getting. Like a friend group. Somebody's pulling away from a friend group and all the friends are just like, what the fuck is happening? And maybe that's like the necessary falling away of people that happens when you have kind of a spiritual awakening, right? This is bumming me out, y'all. I'm sorry this is happening. It'll be for your ultimate good, I promise. So we have beware who you trust, right? When you get into healing, when you get into kind of the new age circles, there are people who will take your money and fucking run. There are people who will teach you bullshit. There are people who will, who just aren't to be trusted. And there's the people who think that their way or the highway. We've got the Hierophant here, which is like, to me, this card represents all the things I hate in life. It's like religious dogma. It's being told what you need to do and who you need to be and who you need to love and all that bullshit. In this case, it feels like that. I mean, it can also mean positive things like, you know, getting in touch with your spirituality and blah, blah, blah. But in this case, it just feels like somebody is getting involved with someone out there in the spiritual world. Or, I mean, you could be just a regular person. I don't know why I say it like that. Or it could be, because I feel like there's like 3 different situations happening simultaneously in my head and I'm trying to keep them straight for you. So the people who are going on a spiritual path, right? There are spiritual people who suck at life, who will just use you and who have all of this dogma just as though we're in, you know, the strictest of strict, you know, churches, right? And they're not, they're not right. I'm just gonna say it, they're not right. Nobody can possibly know. So believe what you want to believe. Don't get stuck in this snare of you have to do it this way because I am a 15th degree mage and I said so. Bite me. Your titles don't mean shit to me. Anyway, I mean, everyone has their own spirituality. Everyone finds their own path, right? So don't make hasty decisions about what to do, who to give your money to, I'm getting, especially until you have all the facts. For the people who are leaving behind a group of friends and are just kind of, you know, trying to get out of the cycle, the group of people who are trying to just move on to something better and more fulfilling than what their friends, family, whatever have been doing, it's fucking hard, dude. It's fucking hard. My best advice for you is to move away. That's not easy either, but man, it changes things real quick. Anyway, so don't make hasty decisions, but do make decisions. Think things through. I don't have the Fool here or anything like that, or the World or anything that says, you know, jump in with both feet, take a leap of faith, just do the thing. I feel like we've got slow and steady here. So slow and steady. Your exit from that group of friends or group of people should be slow and steady. Take it one step at a time. Like maybe if you guys go out every Saturday night, maybe you just start to show up every Saturday night, you know, twice a month. Or maybe you show up every 3rd Saturday. Or, you know, find something to do with that time that feeds your soul. Find something to do that feeds your soul. That can also be what the Hierophant talks about. He's not all negative. I just make him out that way. So it can do something that feeds your soul with that time instead of, you know, just the same old bullshit, right? The Page of Swords is a communication of truth, and apparently a communication of flying beef. So there's that. It fucking trips me out, man. The flying cow. Like, I want to know the person who designed this card, what were they thinking? What does that symbolize? It's amazing. Anyway, enough about that. So we also have a butterfly, which leads to transformation. So I have a feeling that if you're the relationship people or someone's awakening, you're going to have a split or a schism of some sort, right? Like there's going to be either a clean break or there's going to be a time where you come apart for a minute. Like you're not necessarily separated, but you're like, there's like this distance between you, I want to say, like a gulf between you, until the other person catches up with the spiritual awakening, you know? Like you can include this person in all of your stuff in all of the things that you're doing and learning, but until they're ready to learn it or until they have the desire to learn it, they're gonna think that this is just some weird new hobby that's gonna go away. You know what I'm saying? Just know that whatever it is, even though it's painful, is for your highest good. Sorry. For the people who are leaving behind a friend group or a family member or that sort of thing, I feel like God, that cow is just, what do cows symbolize? Somebody needs to look up cows and what they symbolize, because that is just like, that's all I can look at. So yeah, you need to realize that this kind of cutting ties and moving farther away from those people is going to lead you to your tribe. It's going to lead you to people of like mind and who are on the same path. So it hurts and it sucks, and it's like, yeah, your entire life then changes. Like if you ditch a friend group, ditch, that's a horrible word. If you leave behind a friend group and you have to create, oh God, it's my bird calls. I was like, oh, someone's dying. You know, it's like breaking up, right? It's like breaking up with a bunch of people all at once though, and it sucks, and you feel so alone, and you just like, brr, I hate life. But that is part of the purging and clearing and moving on to better things. It's fun, really fun. Gracefully aging. I feel like this just means, I mean, not getting old, you know. I feel like it means not growing up. That's a horrible way to say that. Like growing into yourself. You know what I mean? Like you're developing, you're moving on to better. Better is a horrible word. I'm having trouble with my words today. I need more caffeine. I feel like you're going from, you know, this sort of neophyte stage, and you're blossoming into someone who knows what they're talking about and knows what they want and knows what their path is. So rather than aging as in getting old, it's growing up, I guess. That's a horrible word. That's a horrible way to say it. But it's like coming into yourself. So, and that goes for both groups, because if you're leaving behind friends to go on a spiritual awakening, or to just do things that feed your soul instead of sitting at a bar, for instance, you're coming into yourself. You're doing what feeds you. And it's the same thing with the spiritual side. If you're leaving a relationship, or, you know, are moving on to doing healing work, or this process of seeking knowledge, or, you know, finding your purpose and calling, you know, then you're also coming into yourself. You're doing the damn thing. You're doing what you're supposed to do, and I like it. This is going to be the longest reading ever. So your outcome card here is the Ten of Pentacles. Now, people read these tens as like the ultimate expression of. It's not that you're rich, it's that you're going to feel like you're in a place of abundance, right? You're going to feel like you're getting what you need from the universe. For both of these situations, that goes along with, you know, coming into yourself. Then once you do that, then you feel like you're in a better place in the universe. You feel stable and like you have strong footing in the universe, as opposed to just kind of, you know, feeling tossed about. So that's what I'm getting. That was a hot mess because 2 or 3 groups tried to like come into my head at once. But thank you for listening. Do research cow symbolism. Do research flying beef, please. And if anybody finds out what they mean, toss a comment down below. I'm excited. I'll probably forget by the time I'm done doing the reading to look that up, but remind me. Put it down there. Put your cow meanings in the comments if you don't mind. All right. Thank you for being here. And please, if you found this video at all entertaining, or if you like flying beef, please hit like and subscribe and share. Thanks. Love y'all. I will see you next week. Let me get a timestamp. Group 3. How are you, Group 3? Glad you're here. Thanks for coming to listen to me yet again. I appreciate you. And everyone who is new, hi. And everyone who is not new, hi. Slightly different tone of hi. So, what do we got for you this week here, my Group 3s? We have flow. Find an easier... Can't talk. One moment. Better. Flow. Find an easier path forward. Surrender the outcome. Release your expectations. Somebody fighting the flow. Dolphin. Don't worry, be happy. Does anyone remember that song from way back in the day? Don't worry. I won't sing. Potential. Movement. Heavenly signs. Yes, bitch. Challenge. Oh, fun. Butterfly wings. The hand of fate. Forces beyond your control intervene. Well, shit, y'all. We have the Three of Cups. We have the Four of Swords. We have the Ace of Swords. We have the Star, and we have the Three of Swords. Bam, bitches. Whoa. Okay. Somebody is trying to deny their destiny. The universe is trying to take you in a certain direction, and you're like, fuck you. Thank you very much. Yeah, damn. We've got the Hand of Fate, right? The universe is like, you're going in this direction. If this is Saturnian, this is like, the universe says so. It's kind of what I'm getting. Like, you're not doing what the universe is telling you to do. And it's leading to some challenges, right? Whenever you fight your destiny, or whatever path, I call it destiny or dharma, or whatever the universe is trying to, whatever path the universe thinks you should be on, and you try not to go that way, oh, yeah, there's a few challenges, yeah. And it seems like you're kind of there. And this is not coming up as a love reading. It's coming up as just a straight up, like, stop it, kind of reading. I feel like there is either a relationship then that the universe is trying to push you forward, or a relationship the universe is trying to take you out of. And we're going to go with that context, since it is a love reading, instead of just going with the flow, as it were. So we have flow. So find an easier path forward by doing what the universe wants you to do. I mean, I'm not saying that you should just stop making decisions and that you should just, let the universe take you where it will, but I'm saying you should stop making shitty decisions. That's all. We all do it. We all get caught up in that cycle of, I want what I want and I want it. Well, the universe has bigger, better ideas for you generally, and if you let go for a fucking minute, y'all stubborn assholes, I love you. You're not assholes. You are stubborn, though. The universe will take you where you need to be. If you've been running across challenges and roadblocks and just things seem like they're not going the way that they need to, it's because you're not doing the right things, right? Like, you're fighting the energy of the universe. No wonder you're tired. Okay, so you have all of this potential within you to get to the places and do the things, right? There's like this inner child situation here. Some of you need to do some inner child work, I'm getting. Yeah. So all the potential exists within you. You need to quit fighting. You need to quit fighting the flow, I'm getting. Flow keeps coming up, not just because that card's here, but quit fighting the river. Like, you're trying to walk upstream, and of course you're tripping over rocks, right? Don't worry, be happy. To me, in this case, it's like, play a little bit more and be serious a little bit less. Like, I understand that you're serious because you're trying to make decisions and you're trying to get to places, right? But you're a dour old man, kind of an energy, right? Like, you're just, I don't like that. I want you to be happy. Do the things that make you happy. Spend less time doing the things that make you unhappy, which are those icky real world things. Not that I'm saying quit paying the bills and don't fix the house if it's broken. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying quit putting so much fucking emotional energy at it. That's what I'm trying to get to. Don't put so much emotional energy into all of those things. If the gutters need to be replaced, then just replace them, and why get pissy about it? Why put your energy there, right? My hair is doing something stupid. I need to quit getting distracted. Just don't be happy. Be happy. You're here to learn things and, better the universe, but you can do it with a smile on your face. You don't always have to be so cranky and I feel Capricorn energy super heavy. Like, all the Capricorns I know are like the unhappiest people because they're not realizing themselves. They have all this drive and all of this like purpose and all of this stubbornness. God, you're so stubborn. all of you. But I feel like you're not having fun with life. You're miserable. Stop that. So yeah, don't put all this emotional energy towards, and this is in relationships too, like if a relationship, because this is a love rating after all, if you're putting all of this like serious effort into your relationship, well, are you ever smiling together? Are you ever having fun? Like, go out and do a thing, watch a movie, go dance around the park, you know, have a glass of wine and dance under the goddamn moonlight for a fucking change, you know? Don't just, it's not all seriousness and misery. Like, I feel like it's just drudgery for this group. So if your relationship feels like drudgery, do something different, you know? Don't expect the universe to change it for you. The universe is trying to push you in a direction, but you, how do I want to say this nicely? The universe is trying to push you in the right direction, but like I said, you are holding on so tightly to going in the wrong direction that you can't see the right direction at this time. This is hard. This reading is hard. I feel like you need to get the movement going again. There's a lot of stagnation. There's a lot of like stuck energy. Like you just feel like so bound up. Like you feel like I love how my guides talk to me. It's like emotionally, it feels like you haven't pooped in a week. You know, like your emotions are all bound up, right? Like you're emotionally just bloated and feel sluggish and gross, and you need to stop that. Stop that. Don't do that. Don't do that. So, it's leading you to this place of like disappointment and like just, I don't like how you feel right now. I want you to feel better. You have this potential, right? You have this potential. You have this potential to do whatever it is you want to do, to have the relationship you want to have, to be in the relationship you want to be in, but you need to get to a happier place so that you can get into the flow. Like you can't flow when you're emotionally constipated. When you're emotionally constipated, nothing flows. Please don't be emotionally constipated. Let it out. Let it out. Damn, you guys. The sword of truth is going to come, right? The sword of truth, of inspiration even. You could just get like crack out of the sky, like lightning bolts that tell you which way to go, how to be different, how to help your situation. Or the sword of truth could come down and your partner could be like, you're a fucking dick and you need to stop. You know, people can't take that sort of energy for very long. And if you're feeling that, whether the other person is feeling stuck in whatever and not in the flow in their own emotions, they're feeling yours and you're affecting them. So just keep in mind how how your emotions affect other people that are around you. Because even if you think they don't, they do. So yeah, you need to toot sweet. Or some of you are living with a partner like this and you're just like, oh my God, you know. So heavenly signs as to the direction in which you are supposed to go, because like I said, the universe is guiding you in a certain direction here, and you're bound and determined to go in a different direction and not do what your guides and ancestors and whatnot are telling you to do. If you finally listen, it's going to lead to transformation. Transformation's good. Butterfly wings. I like that. It's going to take you to new places. Take you to different places, to different feelings, to different emotions. Everything's going to start to flow better. Your emotions will start moving again instead of just being all bound up and brr, you know. It's going to lead you to this time of healing. So the first step in this situation is honestly releasing the pent-up emotions, right? Take an emotional laxative. I don't know what that looks like. Counseling or having a conversation with someone who understands you well. Open the floodgates. Like you're bound up, or somebody in this situation is so bound up and afraid that of having an emotion, because if they have one emotion, then they're going to have a whole flood of emotions. And that's honestly the first step to healing, right? Is just realizing you have a problem, right? Realizing that you have all these unresolved emotions from the past. You have all of this like bound up heartache that's just, your emotional intestines are full and want to be relieved. This is a horrible reading. It's all about emotional constipation. Makes sense though, damn it. So you're going to go to this Four of Swords time of like taking a pause, taking a rest, You're going to change your focus inward rather than focusing outward. I feel like a lot of this frustration comes from, like, I'm not getting what I need from my partner. Well, no, you're not getting what you need from your partner because you're not giving your partner anything because you're so distracted by all the bullshit in your own head that you couldn't possibly be giving your partner anything. And for some of you, that's the flip situation, right? You could be on the other side of it. Man, take an emotional laxative. Feel the feelings. And your outcome is going to be the Three of Cups, right? There's a reason to celebrate. Even when life sucks, even when you are so emotionally constipated that you can't possibly move, there's still something to celebrate. You know, you have an awesome pet, or your sister gave you a gift yesterday, or it's your grandma's 80th birthday, or, I mean, maybe you have the most badass car on the block, or maybe you have a good job, maybe you have, all your bills are paid. You know, there's always something to be thankful for, right? So, and it's going to lead you to a place where you're going to have more and more and more and more and more to celebrate because you're, you know, getting rid of all of that emotional shit. You're getting rid of it. You're letting it out. And then you're going to get back into flow. And you're going to have the energy to play and be happy in life instead of just being this bound up, like, or cranky lump. Stop being a bound up, cranky lump. I love you. That's what I've got. Sorry, that sucked. But it's going to get better if you let the emotions out. Stop holding them in, please. I know it's going to be like the floodgates, but that's what you got to do to let it go. You're going to be stuck with it, all constipated, bound up. Nobody wants that. That's no way to live. I love you guys. I hope that your constipation improves. Okay. So thank you for being here. If you got any help at all out of this talk about emotional constipation, please like, share, and subscribe, and do all that jazz. Info if you need me should be below. If you need me to give you an emotional laxative, we can do a reading or whatever you need. I'll be your laxative. That's a horrible thing to say. I should shut up. Thank you. And I will see you next week, group 3. I hope your constipation improves. All right, so group 4. Sorry, I had to write down my timestamp, y'all. So, group 4, welcome to your weekly love reading. I hope you're having an excellent week. I just want to say thanks to all the new kids that are here, and thanks to all the old kids that are here, and thanks to everybody. I love you all. You all are the sexy people. Yes. So, group 4, what do we got for you? We have a discernment. All is not what it seems. Stay true to your knowing. Keep your dreams a secret. That's so pretty. I love roses. Okay. Peacock, raise your standards. Oh, well. Rediscovery. I like that. Strength. Windfall. Oh, yeah. Hope. Okay, y'all. Abundance. Oh my god, finally, this is going to be a really good reading. Oh, the Siren. Temptation may lead you astray. Well, that's okay. The Hanged Man. The Fool, babies. The Three of Swords. Always cheerful. Always uplifting. This is like the best Three of Swords card ever, I have to say. If you've got to be brokenhearted, let it be that card. The Knight of Cups and the Chariot. Ooh. Well, group 4. Well, okay. So I feel like some of you may have gotten into a relationship with somebody that you shouldn't. Some of you are stuck in the cycle. You're stuck in the cycle of heartache, of heartbreak, of bullshit, of people using and abusing and hurting you. Or some of you used to be stuck in that cycle and perhaps you've gotten out of it, in which case I say yay. I say congratulations to you. So what I see here, so yeah, you're stuck in the cycle of heartbreak. You're stuck in this, like constantly being with the wrong person, with people who use you, people who do you wrong, people who just are not good for you. You need to raise your standards. I don't think that comes as a surprise to some of you. Raise your standards in relationships, right? You will attract better people once you realize your own self-worth. So that's why this rediscovery card is here. It looks like down in the middle here, I I'm getting old and I have to like hold things way away from my face. It looks like a moon goddess inside of her. Realize that you are divine. Even if you're a man, you have, you know, divinity within you. Yes, it doesn't have to be a goddess. It can be a god. But recognize your divinity. Like, you are not to be trifled with. You are amazing. You have a lot more to you than you think you do, and you keep playing small in relationships. You keep going for the underdog. You keep going for people who are beneath you because you don't realize that they're beneath you. And I hate to say beneath you, like, everyone's on their journey, right? Like, people who are not as far along on their journey, we shall say. People who are still kind of caught in that cycle of hurting people because they're hurt, you know? Like, they're not doing the work to heal themselves. They're just, like, taking it out on other people still. We all go through that phase, right? We all go through that phase, but they're stuck there. And they're here and you're way over here, you know? And you're not recognizing all of the hard work that you've put in and all the progress that you've made to get to the place that you're at. And so you're stuck in, like, that old energy of, like, those people. It sounds so terrible. But you're stuck there. You're trying to get out of that cycle, right? Because you deserve better, which means that you need to use your discernment. Yes, you need to look at a situation, look at a person, and realize this is the same person that I always date, and say no and walk away and realize that my energy doesn't work there anymore. You know, that's not for me. I'm just going to get hurt. So, of course, temptation may lead you astray. Maybe an ex will come back into the picture that fits that sort of cycle or pattern. Or the universe could send you a test, as it is wont to do, like, hey, here's this thing that you think that you don't need or want anymore, but it's wrapped up in a really pretty bow. Do you want it? You know, like, dangles it in front of you like a fucking carrot. Like, the universe has a sense of humor, I swear. It's terrible. Like, a really dark sense of humor. So I feel like there's a test coming. You know, somebody from that old energy is going to come to you to see if you have really absorbed and really learned the lesson. Please learn it. I think that through strength, through your will, through all of this learning, through all of this good work that you're doing, you're going to get out of the cycle. You know, when that test comes up, you just got to be strong and know your shit, right? And get through it. And that's going to lead you to such a better place. So it leads to having hope for the future again, right? It leads to, and this flower is called Lady of the Night. Lady of the Night. It sounds so dirty. I feel like you are going to have hope for the future. You're going to realize that shit can get better. There are better people. Not everyone is going to hurt you. Sometimes you have to be alone for quite a while to find that place of where, I don't know what this piece of hair is doing, to find that place of receptivity for a different type of person. Like, sometimes after you get out of the cycle, you're so closed off because you're like, what if I can't recognize that asshole type again if it comes around? What if I can't see it? What if I just get sucked in and get hurt again? Like, you go through that place of fear. And I think that, you know, once you walk through that place of fear and get to that place of hope, you're going to be like, I can trust my intuition. I know what I need and what I want. And if I see that person in someone else's skin, I'll be able to recognize them for what they are and not get involved. Because, you know, if you pay attention to the red flags, then, and not feel like, well, they like me, so I really should be with them because they like me. Well, bullshit. You don't have to be with everyone who likes you. Trust me. So, oh God, there's so much goodness right here. So then, like I said, it leads to this kind of place where you take a pause and you go within and you figure your shit out, right? It leads to a perspective change. It leads to realizing your own divinity, realizing your own worth. You know, you are of God, you are of the universe, you are spirit, you are, you know, part of the eternal web of being. So you are therefore worthy of having love in a real way and not in a way that harms you all the time. Once you get out of that energy and you come forth into the world full of hope again, you have your new beginning. You have the Fool energy. You take that leap of faith. You are going to get to a place where People and things are going to look bright and shiny and new, and they're going to be bright and shiny and new. Even more importantly, they're going to, how do I want to say that? They're going to, different types of people are going to be drawn to you because your energy is going to be different. That's what I want to say. Once you go through the sort of internal work, the taking a pause, the just like, wait a minute, let me be with myself for a minute and see what I even want. Like, you can't ask the universe for what you want if you don't know what it is. It ends up jumbled and confused, and don't do that. Don't do that. Be clear on what you want before you ask for it, yeah? So, y'all are headed for some money, I feel like. It could be money. It could literally be abundance and a windfall of some sort. It could just be that your luck is going to change. I like butterflies. Let's show the butterfly. It could just be that your luck will change, that you will, you're going to have more synchronicities, you know. I don't want to say synchronicities, meaning like you're going to see 111 on the clock. Serendipity, that's the word I'm looking for. You're going to have like these coincidences that turn out to be super lucky. Your, I see fours, 44, 44, 44. Look up fours. I don't do numerology, but fours are popping out at me. So check out what fours mean. That might be important to some of you. Windfall, like, again, it's just luck changing, a different perspective on things. It could be an emotional windfall. Maybe you get to like this really great place emotionally, and or maybe you find a new job because of all of this, and then you've got all this, you know, new abundance around you, and that helps change your mindset too. It could be something like that. It could be a business opportunity, could be networking. But at any rate, doing this internal work and making that change, and getting your energy out of that cycle of I don't deserve good things, I don't deserve good people, is going to lead to you getting good things and good people, because you're like, yes, I do. I fucking deserve good things. I deserve good people. I'm a good person, right? And then we have the Knight of Cups, which is the knight in shining armor. It's somebody who comes out of nowhere and rescues you. That could literally be, it's also like an offer of some sort. It could be an offer of love. It could be that you're knight in shining armor, and knights, that can be female too, because just because his title is knight doesn't mean we know what's in his pants, right? It can be, it's just the energy. It's like someone who comes along and is like, here's this thing that you've always needed and wanted. That would be fucking nice. Can I get that? That'd be cool. So something like that is going to happen. Like I said, it's either going to be actual money, like you're going to get some sort of inheritance, or that's kind of yucky, but, or somebody's just going to say, hey, I owe you this money, or something like that is going to happen. Something lucky, something kind of out of nowhere. Or it could be a person coming into your life. Something kind of out of nowhere where they're just like the right person that you need right then. Like, it doesn't need to be a relationship, although this is a love reading, right? It could be a new person that's actually a decent human being and is kind of on the journey and wants to do the work. That would be a good match for your new energy here. Or it can be just a person that comes in and somehow gives you a leg up, right? They give you, like I said, a job opportunity or a networking opportunity, or somebody that's like a helper in your life, you know, like somebody, let me tell you a little story. So after I moved here and got dumped by the guy I moved for, which was so cool, I asked the universe, I'm like, universe, I need somebody to help take care of me, because clearly I can't take care of myself right now. I am in an emotionally bad place, and I need somebody who can do the things, like help me get through all of my adulting paperwork kind of shit, and like make sure that I'm getting my oil changed and that sort of bullshit. And boom, enter my best friend. Now she came out of nowhere. It's not what I had in mind, right? Like, I was like, oh, a man, a perfect partner, and it gave me a bestie instead, which is totally fine because she's better than a man, right? Like, I don't need a man. I don't need no man. Whatever. So it's something, that sort of energy. It's something like that. I didn't tell you that story just because I wanted to talk about my bestie, although I do. It's that kind of energy where, like, you ask the universe for something and it delivers, but it's not maybe going to look exactly like you think it's going to look, but still it's going to be exactly what you need, right? And then we have the Chariot, which is pushing you forward. It is, you are propelling yourself forward, more importantly, but it's also the universe is kind of giving you a helping hand. The Chariot can also be about, because there are, you can't really tell, it's hard to see in this card, but there's a black swan and a white swan. Usually there's sphinxes in the normal tarot. There's a dark one and a light one, and it's integrating your dark and light sides. It's doing your shadow work. It's finding the things that are in your way and assimilating them or working on them or healing them to then, you know, get rid of them as roadblocks, right? So this is a good fucking reading, y'all. It's a tough one. You've got work that you're going to have to do, and sort of mental paradigm shifts are going to have to take place. But, you know, you are realizing that you're worth better than, you know, those jackasses who kept breaking your heart and kept using you up and leaving you tired and depleted, right? So that's cool. You're moving on to a much better place, and I like it. So that's what I have for you, dear group 4. I hope you have an excellent week, and if you got any sort of advice or help or value out of this video, I would love it if you would like, share, subscribe, tell your friends, shout it from the rooftops, that sort of thing. I appreciate every one of you and your support. I really, really do. So that's all I got for you, everybody. I hope you have a fabulous week, and I will see you back here next week for your 11 relationship reading. Thank you.